Okay, good evening everybody. 6 o'clock, that means it's time for Cabinet. Okay, so first of all, apologies for absence. Where's our... Oh, it's you, sorry Sian. Councillor Jakes, thank you. Urgent business? No urgent business. Declarations of interest? No declarations to be made, thank you. Any public questions, Sian? No public questions. The minutes of the previous meeting beginning on page 1. Are members happy to agree those as a correct record? Yeah. Agreed. Wonderful. So the expansion of Mayfield Primary School. Amanda?
I'll take it in the absence of Councillor Jakes. The report is seeking agreement for us to expand Mayfield Primary School. As members will be aware, there is a continued pressure on school places across the borough, and this isn't anything new. And over the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years, there's been a programme of expansion and improvement of a number of our primary and secondary schools. Education, the improvement of this of our attainment and the improvement in some of our buildings and expansion of our good outstanding schools is a priority for this administration. This report seeks to take £2.5 million of funding from the DS3 grant and expand Mayfield Primary School, which is one of our good schools. There is a pressure in East Oldham. We've already a commitment to expand and improve Clarksfield School, and this is the second round of that funding to improve and to increase school places in that area. Thank you.
Thanks, Amanda. Do any other members wish to come in on this? Councillor Raymond.
Thanks, Chair. Fully support this report. I agree with Amanda. There is a pressure, but just to highlight that in my ward, there is also significant pressure, and generally in Oldham West as well. While I welcome this, I would be requesting that in future we take that into consideration as well.
I shall let Paul know.
Thanks for taking us through that report. Amanda, it is indeed true that it is a priority of this administration to expand the number of places in good or outstanding schools, and the expansion of Mayfield Primary School is part of delivering on that pledge. On top of expanding the number of places, we're investing £37 million in new school facilities. We have a pledge to make sure that every child is school ready, so that when they enter the school gates, they are ready to learn too. And so this is just consistent with us now making the top priority of Oldham Council education. So if there are no further comments on this report, do members agree the recommendations are set out at the front? Agreed. Thank you very much. That takes us on to item 7, approval of new Warms Home delivery agents. Councillor Roberts.
So this is a contract issue about who we're going to get to do the work for us on Warms, I can't ever say it, Warm Homes Oldham. And but what I think I'd like to draw Cabinet members' attention to in this part of the meeting is paragraph 1.7 of the Cabinet report, which details the very successful work that's been done by Warm Homes Oldham, which has included something that's been going on. It's an innovative partnership between us and the CCG to improve people's homes, and improve their health, improve their living conditions generally. It's been a pathfinder, I think, across Greater Manchester, and it's something that's now being picked up more widely. But we have been able to help a significant number of Oldham residents. So as detailed in the report, 5,785 people have been helped to stay warm and well in their homes. We brought in additional external grant funding, in addition to the actual thing about installing boilers, doing external wall informations, lofts and so on. And this year we've also had a programme for installing new central heating systems for Oldham residents where they didn't have any central heating previously. We've also helped to get grants to support people and achieve significant savings for Oldham residents. So the detail in the report is about the process of us contracting someone to do all of this work for us, but I just think it's worth noting this has been a very successful scheme, an innovative partnership, and it's something that I'm sure we would all like to continue.
Thank you, Councillor Roberts. Does anybody wish to come in on this? Yes. Councillor Chowan and then Councillor Jabbar.
Thank you very much. Just to reinforce, it's absolutely fantastic news for residents of Oldham. We know that warm homes prevent health problems. We also know that by saving money on a good electricity or good LED bulbs and other things, will spare that money for the families to feed their children and feed their family and prevent the future health problems and prevent hospital admissions, prevent attendances in GP practices. So it's absolutely welcome, and this administration should be congratulated for the great work they have done in partnership with CCG. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Chair. I too want to thank Hannah and her staff for this particular scheme. This has been absolutely brilliant. As other colleagues have said, not only does it help people to remain warm, but actually for people to be healthier as well. And in the process, Chair, because we're fitting in more efficient and up-to-date boilers and lights and LED bulbs, people are saving money. And then there's another benefit as well, and you'd expect me to say that, is actually the environmental benefit, because there's less carbon being emitted in the atmosphere. So we've got a health benefit, we've got the warm benefit in terms of people are staying home in their property warmer and more comfortable. We've got the financial benefit, and we've got the environmental benefit. And genuinely, this has been a fantastic scheme. And I'm really very, very pleased that we've been able to find a way of continuing it and actually put more money in it. So congratulations, and I hope that anybody who's listening through this or through other media, that we actually get to the people who need this service, because there are still a lot of homes who can benefit for this particular scheme, Chair. So I totally support it.
Thanks, Councillor Jabbar. Just to round this off, we had an event at Wyra UK on Yorkshire Street last week, which was about the poverty premium that some of our least well-off residents pay. And one of the schemes that I talked about when I went to speak at that event was the Warm Homes Oldham scheme. And in energy terms, and in terms of what this scheme can help tackle on the poverty premium, we have a lot of households throughout Oldham who have old and inefficient heating systems, which they are paying more to run. Simply because they don't have the money or the finances to upgrade to new, more efficient ones that would cost them less. And I'm really pleased that this scheme has helped thousands of people across Oldham to upgrade their heating systems and to increase the energy efficiency of their properties and save them money. But not least, as a ward councillor, it's been really, really valuable. And there are two cases that I can think of in my own ward where, as a ward councillor, I've supported people to get new boilers that has saved them a fortune. People who were really, really struggling to make ends meet and did face that dilemma of heating or eating. And Warm Homes Oldham was something that changed their lives in that respect. And so it is an incredibly successful scheme, and I am pleased that we are going to continue it. So thank you for bringing this report, Councillor Roberts. If nobody else has anything to say, then do Cabinet agree the recommendations as set out at the front of the report? Agreed. Fantastic. Councillor Roberts, over to you again. Empty homes pilot.
Thank you. So again, this is a report about getting somebody to do some work for us, this time on our empty homes pilot. So we have been successful in obtaining some funding from Homes England, and together with using some of the balances in the housing revenue account, we're about to launch a pilot to bring 20 of the long-term empty homes in Oldham back into use. Now, part of that is that they will probably need work on them in order to bring them up to a habitable standard and a decent home standard. So what we're being asked to look at is the agreeing a mini framework of contractors who we can call upon to do this work for us. I'm really pleased that we've finally managed to bring this report to you. This is not something we've done before, so we have done quite a lot of work on the legal and financial technicalities. But once we're up and running and we've got it all sorted out, hopefully if we're successful, we will go back for more Homes England funding, and we hope to be able to expand the pilot. But at this stage, we're asking Cabinet to approve that the contracts be awarded to the successful bidders, and I look forward to making some inroads into empty homes in Oldham and helping us to meet housing need.
Thanks, Councillor Roberts. Councillor Shawan is indicating.
Again, congratulations, well done. It's brilliant piece of work, and that's what this administration is about. When we got plenty of families who are struggling to live and have a roof, and we have empty homes, and bringing, I know this is a small number, but these 20 houses mean 20 families and households, which will make a difference in 20 families' life, and I'm sure that will pave the way through for the future similar pilots and projects. So thank you.
Amanda, do you wish to say thank you to Hannah as well?
I'm sure that this was all of Hannah's work. Only Hannah, nobody else was involved, no single officer. No, in all seriousness, no, I think this is a really exciting project. We just talked about warm homes, Oldham, and we were a leader in that. And I think this is opportunity again for us to be a leader. I think in Oldham, nobody would dispute that we need new houses, and everybody knows we've got 5,000 people on the housing waiting list, but one of our biggest issues is the state of some of our properties, and a lot of our housing stock is just really poor in Oldham. And I appreciate this is a pilot, but hopefully this will go well and then we'll get more funding, and I hope we can lead on this in the way that we did with Warm Homes Oldham as well. Thank you, Hannah.
Thanks, Amanda. No, I'd agree with those comments too. I mean, I've been a councillor for 7 years now, and we're currently canvassing for the elections, and there are houses that have had those notices on the door that have been empty and in a right old state that had them when I first canvassed for the first time when I was trying to get myself on the council 7 years ago. We've asked questions, many of us have asked questions, what are we doing about these? And in the context of the spatial framework, many of our residents are asking those questions now too. We have an answer now, and I'm really pleased that we do have an answer, and we are looking at bringing empty homes back into use, because it is such a waste to see what could be really great family homes sitting empty and sitting in a state in some of our nice areas around the borough. So this is a great piece of work. Thank you, Hannah, so much.
I do feel, I mean, clearly this has been a new piece of work for the officers as well, and people have worked very hard on this. It's a small team we've got in housing, because we know we transferred the vast majority of our housing stock. So it's a small team of people doing something new, and I'm, glad to see that all their hard work has come to fruition.
Okay, do members agree that the recommendations as set out at the front of the report?
Agreed.
Thank you very much. I think at this point somebody needs to move the exclusion of the press and public.
Moved.
Agreed?
Yep.
Right, okay, camera off. Paul, over to you.